P.O. Box 17, Plympton, Devon, PL75YG. Now, everyone knows what a terrible toll the war took on some of our cities, and Plymouth was one of those virtually flattened during the bombing raids. Steve Johnson is an authority on what happened to the city during the war and has collected together many items relating to the times. He recently took 4 children of the Blitz back to rediscover the air raid shelter which protected them more than 50 years ago.
So it's along here, look. Let's just see what's happened since 1941 and see if things are as they were. When I first came in here, it was just as you see it today, untouched for 50 years. Amazing. Time just really passes by on the outside, and yet most of the people in this area haven't got a clue this is here. And this place was built about 1938, just before the outbreak of World War II. And it was for the people in this area only. And they might make it home. They might bring down an armchair, a rug, perhaps even a picture on the wall, because they spent a lot of hours here. People will say, there's nothing there, that's an empty room. But if you get down on your hands and knees, look, you'll see, oh, a penny, a bus ticket, a hair grip, and it goes on like that. And once people hear you're into these things, they let you have things. Quite a lot of these things I don't own. They're on a loan to me. I don't feel the need to own them. All I want to do is keep them from being spoilt, so that perhaps one day someone else will look after them, and then they'll pass them on to somebody else. Have a look at this then, chaps. You don't see this often. V is for victory.
Oh yes, da-da-da-da, the wartime victory sign, Morse code, yeah. Da-da-da-da, yeah.
I remember that very well.
Yeah. That poster brings back some memories.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Smoking strictly prohibited. Look, July 1940, dogs not admitted. That's interesting.
It's easy to look after these artefacts. They're made of stone, metal, tin, wood. They'll keep for hundreds of years. But the secrets in people's thoughts will die when they pass away. So it's very important these are kept somehow or other. People have got interesting stories, but no one's listening.
I lived in 42E, that's 3 flights up, so we spent most of our time down here because you didn't bother to go to bed when the raids were pretty regular. You slept down here, you know, you just come down, had your tea, and then some people brought mattresses down and a bit of comfort. And that was it, pretty miserable.
We seemed to get used to a raid. It would be, say, 3 nights running. You gradually get used to it. And then they'd stop for about a week, maybe. You know, there'd be a pause. And then as soon as the sirens went again, I know my stomach did. It used to literally turn over, you know, and think to myself, oh, well, here we go again, you know.
The bombs used to come down in sticks. So you get a fairly loud one, very loud, louder again. You think, this next one's going to be a bad one, you know. You look at the ceiling. And if it was really bad, the dust would come down from the ceiling. You know it was a close one.
My most great recollection was the smell of the burnt wood. If I ever come across any burnt wood, I'm right back in those days of the Blitz days. But this is very, very good because it does bring back a lot of the memories I had of those days. Looking at Steve's mementos behind me, the one that took my mind was the submarine, because my brother was in the submarine service, and the one thing he hated was being in the public air raid shelter. He found it much safer to be at sea rather than being in the shelter. And many of the servicemen were the same mind. They would much rather have been outside rather than in.
But we were lucky in these shelters. Yeah. The first place we used to go when we leave the shelters was run out the front door, see if the school was still there. You know? They missed it every time.
That sense of humour must have got them through. Well, that's just about it from this 40s special. Join me on Monday when we'll fast forward to the 50s with memories of the Festival of Britain, the magic of Marilyn Monroe, the designs of Lucienne Day, and Muffin the Mule collectibles. See you then. Bye-bye.
Coming right back to the present next, get ready for 15 to 1.
More people like you. We've never had it so good, yet we're increasingly miserable. How can society's winners end up feeling like losers? What on earth is the matter with us?